Thank you for joining us. We want to begin with what is the biggest security crisis between the West and Russia since the end of the Cold War. In his first address specifically about the tensions, President Biden today revealed a new number of Russian troops now encircling Ukraine, 150,000 soldiers. The president says the U.S. stands prepared to respond and that invasion by Putin would rally the world to oppose its aggression. A U.S. official tells CBS News that Russia moved rocket launchers and long-range artillery into firing positions yesterday. Earlier today, the websites of Ukraine's defense ministry, armed forces, and 2 state-owned banks were brought down by a cyber attack. Ukraine's government released a statement suggesting Russians were the perpetrators, and experts have long said electronic warfare could be a precursor to invasion. CBS's Charlie Daggett is on the ground in Ukraine, but we're going to start with CBS's Ed O'Keefe at the White House. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, Nora. There is deep skepticism here at the White House about that purported Russian troop pullback. The president warns an invasion of Ukraine is still possible, but he had a message today for the Russian leader. Give peace a chance. President Biden said today he isn't convinced Vladimir Putin is pulling back Russian troops from the Ukrainian border.
That would be good, but we have not yet verified that. Indeed, our analysts indicate that they remain very much in a threatening position.
Russian state media today showed what appeared to be some Russian tanks retreating. Putin announced he had decided to partially pull back troops. But a U.S. official called the apparent withdrawal a smokescreen. And the president revealed there are now 150,000 Russian troops encircling Ukraine, up from 130,000.
An invasion remains distinctly possible.
The president's comments came hours after Putin, meeting in Moscow with the German chancellor, said he didn't want war and that he wanted to solve the issue as part of a negotiation process through peaceful means.
We should give the diplomacy every chance to succeed.
President Biden said diplomacy was still the preferred option, but he made clear that Putin's demand that Ukraine never become a member of NATO is off the table. He also had a warning for Putin.
Though I've been clear that if Russia targets Americans in Ukraine, we will respond forcefully.
Mr. Biden's speech today is his first on the crisis amid weeks of diplomatic talks, including a call today with the French president and the deployment of thousands of U.S. troops to NATO countries in Eastern Europe. Members of the 82nd Airborne left for Poland today. But the president made a point of explicitly stating that the U.S. and NATO are not a threat to Russia.
We're not targeting the people of Russia. We do not seek to destabilize Russia. To the citizens of Russia, you are not our enemy.
Now, despite Putin's claims that he's pulling back troops and the hopes for broader diplomatic talks, U.S. officials tell CBS News an invasion of Ukraine by Russia could still occur later this week. Nora?
Ed O'Keefe at the White House. Thanks.